Hello, I am Endlessness and welcome back to Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis, and in this video I wanted to give you an overview and a guide for the battle ranking event and specifically for the stage level 130 if you want to get some extra crystals. Since it's a ranking event, it all depends on your account progression and how strong your team is. The better your weapons, the better your team is, the higher the score you can get. In this event we can choose between two bosses, so it depends on what would be best for your own team. For me personally, I find Vajradhara Twins work best for getting the high score because I can just equip my strongest DPS characters and weapons and hope to kill it as quickly as possible. It all depends on battle effects you'll choose, and I'd say it all depends on individual account and how strong your team is. Personally, I got higher score at stage level 125 and 525% total bonus, only having removed this defensive enemy buff. This might not work best for you, so I recommend just playing around with those score buffs until you figure out what's best. However, Vajradhara, I would definitely recommend lowering this defensive buff first. For stage level 130 you need to select all those battle effects to maximum, giving you a total bonus of 550%. Score bonus will be very high, but also the enemy will be buffed to maximum and you'll be significantly debuffed as well, so it'll make the battle much harder. Armored Scorpion is weak to water, but this battle is good if you have a good water team. However, Scorpion battle will also give you a big physical attack debuff, so it caters more towards magic DPS characters. War Tifa will be best for this battle if you pull on the latest banners, but if you're going to be using a physical team, then I recommend equipping something like Bramble Spine on Matt or Lamppost on Glenn to buff physical attack. This is the team I've personally tried on Water Scorpion, so Glenn, Cloud and Zack. Glenn with that lamppost to remove physical attack debuff and buff Cloud, Zack to debuff the boss, and I got everyone to around 8-9,000 HP and when full DPS. You get hit by the ads and the boss, but I found I didn't really need heals here, unlike with Vajradhara boss. This battle just takes quite a bit of time, since you have two annoying ads you'll have to take care of and they will keep debuffing you unless you kill them. I tried two scenarios, one battle where I killed the ads first and then I killed the boss, and the second battle where I ignored the ads and just went full DPS on the boss. Both scenarios gave me same high score because I took more damage from the ads that I ignored, and damage taken reduces your score. Vajradhara Twins are weak to earth, but if you have a good physical DPS team you can choose this boss battle. Even if you don't have any earth weapons, you can bring your best non-elemental weapon or any element with the exception of wind, and you'll still do a lot of damage. I'm using the same team for high score battle and stage level 130, so I'm using Zack, Cloud and Matt. Cloud and Zack are my DPS characters and Matt is a healer, and I have Bramble Spine to boost Cloud's physical attack. Since Vajradhara Twins will have a physical attack buff, I recommend having your characters at least 8,500 HP or higher with around 110 physical defense, so they can survive this first hit. Matt also has an Asuna materia to cure him of Fog status at the beginning of the battle, since both Centipede and Bramble Spine abilities are magic. So, since it's the level 130 battle, the bosses will be a lot more tanky, so we want to target Wu first, so the one on the left, and cure Matt of the Fog status. And then prepare to switch to defense, because I have no idea how you could survive this attack in offensive stance. And you want to heal after this, but because it's ranking events, there's a little bit of lag here, so you might lose your stance. But I switched to Cloud just to delay his attack because I want to apply this physical attack buff before he hits. Then again, and since my Bramble Spine is not OB6, I have to apply this buff twice for maximum effect. And after this, well, I try to stall his attack, but I pressed too late, but it's fine. But I cannot kill Tai before the sigil phase ends, and also because of the debuff you cannot break the sigils unless you have some sigil boost slots. So I'm just trying to do as much DPS here because that Vajradhara will attack me and I am prepared for one of my characters to die here. But even if you know one of your characters will die, I recommend switching to defense because you'll take a little bit less damage, so your score will not be reduced as much. So here, just wait for this physical defense down and then try to do as much DPS as you can here, but one more hit and he's dead, because in those few phases they get huge physical defense debuff here, so you do a lot more DPS. But yeah, that's basically it, and at least it works for me. If your account, your team looks a little bit different, has more or less DPS, you may be able to do this battle quicker, or it will take you 1, 2, maybe 3 hits longer, but that's basically how the battle looks like on this stage level 130. So since it's the high score battle, you want to kill the boss as quickly as possible, so target Wu first and cure Mat of the Fox status. Then of course prepare to switch to defense on that, otherwise I'm not sure how you'd like to survive that. But since it's the ranking events, unfortunately there will be a little bit of lag here, but you don't want to heal here. Yes, it's your first instinct, but don't worry, you just want to buff Cloud and Zack will buff himself, so don't worry about him. And then just try to kill Tai as quickly as you can. We'll be able to kill him before the sigils, so that's fine. But yeah, that's essentially the whole battle, so it just depends on your firepower. How strong your team is, how fast you can kill them. But without that defensive buff, you can kill them quite quickly, I think. But as I said, it just depends on your individual account progression. So yeah, I hope you found this video helpful, and thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you next one.